Here you go, Ralph. You choose me? Happy Valentine's.
Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today's video we're headed to the world of Last Epoch once again. Now over the last week streaming on Aaron Action RPG on Twitch, I have been getting tons of interaction, tons of Last Epoch questions, and lots of excitement. It has been an absolutely awesome couple of weeks, and yesterday I kept getting a question fairly over and over again. Why Last Epoch? Why not Diablo? Why not PoE? Why not Torchlight? Why LE? And then a couple of people said, hey Aaron, can you point me to that video where you explain why Last Epoch? And I was like, that video does not exist, but it will tomorrow. So for this video, I'm going to be telling you why I think you should support 11th Hour Games and play LE. Now I've made the decision to not do this like listed format where 20 reasons to play Last Epoch. I'm just going to allow my passion for this game to speak for me. I have made over 600 videos now on YouTube over the past 4.5 years on Last Epoch. I've streamed the game for 3 years. I traveled with EHG to Germany for the Runes of Power update. This is my favorite game, and I'm really gonna tell you why. Okay, so we're gonna start off with 3 systems, why you should play Last Epoch. And we're gonna start with storage. Now, as you know, inside of some action RPGs, it doesn't give you a lot of storage space, and you're always running out of storage, and it is not done very well. Well, inside of LE, not only is the storage free, meaning you don't need to spend money for it, you use in-game currency to buy tabs, and you can have 200 of them. You can also change the color. You could change the text, you could change the picture, you can organize them how you see fit, and of course, it has an awesome search feature. So if you type in fire, it immediately grays out anything that's not fire and then leaves the items that are fire. Absolutely amazing storage system, doesn't require purchase for real money, and you have plenty of storage for all of your goods. Moving on to the second system, and this is state-of-the-art loot filter. Now, some games have excellent loot filters, but they require third-party programming. Inside of Last Epoch, it is very important to them that you never have to alt-tab. You never have to go to a third party to get any information because everything is in-game. And you will see here that my Rive Unstoppable Paladin loot filter is all set. Many believe, me included, that when it comes to in-game loot filters, Last Epoch is absolutely state-of-the-art. And I should have mentioned that this video, I'm not going to teach you how to create a loot filter. I have 2 different videos on my bootcamp series, including how to organize your stash. This is just more about overarching systems. So far, state-of-the-art loot filter, and amazing storage, all right? But wait, there is more. The crafting system in Last Epoch, in my opinion, yes, I'm a little biased, is the best crafting system in any action RPG. Not only is it easy to learn, some say hard to master, but you can craft early, you can craft often, and it feels really, really good. It is a system designed to feel good while you are crafting. They have recently, when I say recently, a little over a year ago, done a complete refresh to the crafting system, and the way you augment your items and change things is just a blast. Anybody that's played Last Epoch knows the loot filter, the storage, and the crafting are absolutely top-notch, if not best in the business. Now we're going to switch gears and talk about character customization. Per Steam last year, I had 552 play sessions of LE. And people ask me, Aaron, how do you play this game so long? Aren't you bored out of your mind? And what keeps me coming back to it is different character customizations, different synergies, testing different builds. It is so much fun trying to break the game or come up with something that is truly different. So for this section, I'm going to show you what is kind of possible in LE. Starting off with inventory. Now, you can equip 11 different items, or if you're using a two-handed weapon, you are not going to have anything in your offhand, which is 10. You have your idols, and if anybody has played Diablo 2, these are basically charms, but they don't have to go into your inventory. Okay, charms, but they don't have to go into your inventory. You have blessings. These are different affixes you get to further enhance your character's power by beating bosses in the end game system. You have your passive tree. Obviously a lot less complex, moving left to right than you would see inside of a PoE, but still offers a lot of power and synergy to your character. And then the most impressive system, which is the skill system. Now, I don't want to oversell this, okay? But a singular skill inside of Last Epoch, and there is 180 of them, are more complex and give you more to do than almost an entire class in a competing game. A singular skill, there is 180 of them, have almost as much customization, fun factor than an entire class in an existing competitive game. So for example here, I could make my summon skeletal mage cold. I could make him fire. I could turn him into death knights. I can have him shoot mortars. I can have him shoot hungering souls. I could make them attack faster. I can give them extra projectiles. I can turn them into one huge mage instead of 5 others. I can have them explode skeletons. I can have them create a traversal skill where the army moves with me. There is just so much you can do on this singular skill, and of course you have 5 of them. Now, you also have a great character sheet where you could break down the stats of your character, and highlighting over anything will tell you exactly what it does. No click required. Now, for example, I am currently spec'd into my Golemmancer build, which I think is going to be the most powerful and most fun build coming 1.0. And for here, I'm using my unique item. This is my item in game, Aaron's Will. And this unlocks Golemmancer. But you need a maximum amount of skeletons so you can have more golems. So I combine that with Hollow Fingers, which up your maximum skeleton count so that I can have 3 full-fledged golem. Just a very small example when it comes to itemization, but this is what is possible from a character standpoint in Last Epoch. Now we're going to talk about everybody's favorite subject, which is monetization. Inside of Last Epoch, does it have predatory practices? Is it pay to win? Do I have to deal with any of that stuff in this game? Now, Last Epoch has a $35 retail price, and EHG 11th Hour Games, the studio behind LE, has a firm stance that is all-inclusive, which means $35 is all you have to pay forever for all future content. You will never have to purchase a DLC. You will never have to purchase an expansion. You'll never have to purchase a battle pass. You will never have to purchase stash tabs. That $35 purchase will take care of you forever. They have a hard stance around splitting up their community. The last thing they want is you have the base game and your friend has the DLC or expansion, and now you can't play together. They hate that. So this game does have a retail price. It's $35. It's currently not going up. It's currently not going down, but that is all inclusive forever. Now, the question I normally get after that is, okay, well, how are they going to maintain the game? This is a live service game, and it's going to have cycle content and a lot of updates. So where are they going to make that money? And in Last Epoch, you do have an MTX cosmetic store. Now, this is strictly cosmetic. And again, EHG has a firm stance on literally this stuff does nothing. Your pets are not going to pick up your gold. They're not going to run and go sell your stuff for you or help you with crafting. They are strictly 100% cosmetic only, and they do have supporter packs each cycle, which we will see with the update what they are going to look like, just like you would see inside of PoE. So supporter packs and cosmetics. Now, when it comes to predatory practices, I want to show you something. Get points. You will notice here, 50 points is $5, 100 points is $10, and 200 points is $20. They are even amounts. It's not $5 gives you 45 points, so you don't have enough to actually purchase the cosmetic, or the 30-point bonuses, so you don't get enough to purchase the second cosmetic, which then creates you to make another purchase, and then the train continues. When it comes to upfront pricing in an isometric action RPG, if you want to support them with pre-order editions, cosmetics, or supporter packs, they are 100% cosmetic. They don't do anything, and there's none of that other stuff in it. You guys know exactly what I am talking about. So Aaron, what do you actually do in this game? Campaign, endgame, what does the actual playthrough look like? Great question. Well, inside of Last Epoch, there's currently 9 acts. and we are missing 3 of them. This is going to be coming later on. They are actively working on it right now. But you have 9 acts to explore. If you are a speedrunner, you can do it in 4 hours. Average person 6 to 8 hours, and if it's your first time ever and you're doing all the side quests and everything, it'll take you about 10 hours. And there are ways to kind of jump the campaign through the dungeons and different ways of getting leveling gear or just simply getting power leveled to make it very, very easy. But that is the campaign. Now what you really care about is the end game systems, and the monolith is the main end game system. There are 10 different sections to explore. All 10 of them have their own boss, and all 10 of them have a regular version and an empowered version for when your character continues to get stronger. Each one of them offer you a different blessing that further enhances your character, and all of them offer a little bit of different scenery and enemies. Now, for this system, a lot of people compare it to delving. Some people compare it to mapping inside of PoE, but this web can get absolutely huge. And this is a singular one of those 10 different sections inside of the monolith. So this is the main end game system. You also have an endless wave system, which is our arena. And this is where you can go to the ladder and play against other softcore and hardcore characters. And it's just like an endless wave system to see how far you can get. So you have the monolith, you have the arena, and then third end game system is the dungeons. And you have the Soulfire Bastion dungeon. You have the Lightless Arbor dungeon. And you have my favorite dungeon, the Temporal Sanctum. And this is the dungeon where you get to make legendaries. And each dungeon has 4 tiers. And there's bosses at each dungeon, and each dungeon has a different reward. So again, not to beat a dead horse, you have the monolith system. You have the arena, which is the endless wave system. You have the 3 different dungeons, each with different rewards, and there's 4 tiers for each, and you have 9 acts for the campaign. So Aaron, what about the future? Let's talk 1.0 coming February 21st, Echoes from the Void update. Right now, everything I have showed you is the vanilla version of Last Epoch. I have had the privilege to play what is coming, and I can tell you it is so much better. Not only are we getting better performance as far as new servers, optimization, and stability, you are also getting a little bit of a blow up from a visual perspective. We are getting new textures, new fonts, new tooltips, new character screen, a little tweak to the UI. We are getting new environment effects. The best way I tell people is your attacks have a better punch, better shadows. You feel more attached to the ground. You are getting the state-of-the-art genre-defining faction system that Grinding Gear Games just came out and said they're going to be changing PoE 2's trade because of what Last Epoch is doing. You are getting the Falconer, you're getting the Warlock, you're getting a bunch of exciting new uniques. You're getting new enemies, new areas, updates to all the endgame systems, including how corruption works. I mean, the fonts, the damage numbers, everything. It's like you kind of had maybe a little bit of an older car. And is it the same car? Does it have the same engine? Yes. Still a gas guzzler. But it's got that new paint. It's got those new rims and tires. And they don't look cheap. This is a horrible analogy. Either way, I can tell you that what is coming is so much better. If you have played Last Epoch before, you're going to be like, that's new. That's new. That's new. That's new. That's new. I've never seen that before. Oh, look what I got. You're going to be very, very excited. The future is bright. It is time for the final point on why Last Epoch, and that is the feel-good story. That is the underdog story. This is Rocky. This is Rudy. This game, Last Epoch, created by 11th Hour Games, is a true after-hours passion project. They started working it on the weekends. Nobody was getting paid. This was just a Reddit post. Hey, let's create the next great action RPG. Let's create the true successor to Diablo 2. And what they have done, it's like a bunch of people working on a car in their garage, and then they decide, hey, we're going to take on Ford and Chevy. It is just unbelievable what they have been able to accomplish. And going with them to Germany and seeing Judd, the game creator, on stage at Gamescom was just absolutely amazing. Seeing where they were to where they are now. And again, I call this game a classical action RPG. Not only is it the Underdog, but again, you don't have any predatory systems. You don't have any battle passes. You don't have any dailies. You don't have any honing. You don't have any, you log in and the first screen you get is, check out this new MTX armor. And some of you will understand this. You don't log in and you see all these red bubbles and crap you have to click on because it's telling you got to do all this stuff. None of that. This is a true classical isometric action RPG trying to be the true successor to Diablo 2. They are Rudy, they are Rocky, and I tell you, for $35, all inclusive, no battle passes, future content, I truly feel you should support them because for what they stand for and what they've been able to accomplish. And also the game is awesome. Not only is the game awesome, but the studio is a team you can get behind. They even hold Friday dev streams every single week. Right now, this second, if you have a question about Last Epoch, you can go ask a dev live on stream this coming Friday, and he will answer it in front of everybody. That's like truly incredible. So that is my spiel on why Last Epoch. It is currently my favorite game. I'm so excited for February 21st, Echoes from the Void, for everyone to see what I have seen. This game is truly awesome. I'm done. Hopefully you were entertained or at least learned something. Aaron, out.